Hey guys! Welcome to Recap Pro. In this video, I'm going to talk about the 2017 Spanish drama, The Skin of the Wolf. As usual, there will be spoilers ahead, so take them with a grain of salt and let's get started. In the beginning, we see a man named Martina. He is hiding behind the tree with a gun. He is hunting a deer, which serves as his food. He lives in the snowy mountains. Therefore, the place is very cold. He takes the deer, cooks it, and sleeps on a bench. He lights a fire to stay warm in the harsh winters. He hunts deer and other animals to feed himself, but his occupation is to hunt wolves. He hunts wolves and removes their skins, makes it better and sells it in a nearby town located below the mountain. The people who used to live on this mountain vacated as they could not bear the harsh winters. But Martina refused to leave. He lives in his house. He raises some sheep and goats. He used to have a dog, but it is dead now. He does all the household work by himself. He boils water, cooks his meals, and tends to his animals. He wakes up every morning and goes out to hunt wolves. He comes home, prepares his meals, and works on the wolf skin. He spends the whole winter this way. He feels a little lonely as he does not have any company, but he refuses to accept it. The wolf skin is ready. He takes it and plans to go to the town nearby to sell the skin. He axes the skin and leaves the house. It is not easy to get down. He faces many difficulties on his way to the town. The route is rocky, and he walks very carefully. One wrong step could end his life. He spends the night in a cave. He does this often. So, he brought a few supplies. He lights a fire, cooks some meat, and sleeps. He reaches the town in the morning. He meets a bartender in the town. He goes in and meets the businessman who wants to buy wolf skin. He demands more money. He demands more money as he has killed 2 pregnant female wolves this year. So, there is a chance that the number of wolves will decrease next year, which means there is a chance for him to get less skin in the hunt next year. The businessman agrees and pays him what Martina demands. The bartender and Martina had a conversation that night. The bartender asks Martina about his dog. He says that it is dead. The bartender asks if Martin is going to get another one as he lives alone. Martina says that he will not as it is difficult for him to feed the dog and train it. The wolves killed the dog and the sheep too. The bartender suggests Martina get married. But Martina says that it is difficult to control a woman. He also says that a lady cannot survive in the mountains as the weather is extreme. The bartender tells him that he can have kids if he gets married. He can give something to his kids. He says that it is difficult to live alone. The bartender tells Martina that there is a chance that he might die alone. If Martina dies alone, they will tear down his house. If he has kids, he will have somebody. Martina replies that he would rather burn the place than let anyone else live in it or trash it. Then, he goes to another place where there is a widowed lady. He goes to a place where they make traps for catching animals like wolves. Her name is Pascuala. They do not talk about anything and start kissing each other. They get more intimate with each other. This is not the first time they've done this. This relationship with mutual benefits has been going on for quite some time. It is understood that they just use each other for their mutual pressure, but there are no other strings attached. He goes back to his house. He thinks about what the bartender said after going to his house. He thinks about spending the rest of his life all alone in his cabin and is scared. He goes down to the town the next day. He meets Pascuala's father. His name is Marcial. He buys Pascuala from her father, Marcial, by giving her money. Martina takes Pascuala to the mountain. They live together. Martina does not know how to express his feelings for her. Pascuala helps him with some work in the garden and at the house. They seek each other for pleasure and share a few intimate scenes. It looks like both of them are enjoying each other's company. One day, Pascuala is sick. She tells Martina that she is pregnant. He is happy and even starts building a crib for his future child. One night, Pascuala and Martina have a conversation while he is tending to the wolf skin. Pascuala asks him why he stays so isolated. She asked him if he ever wanted to leave this place. Martina tells her that he likes it here and he wishes to stay here. He also says that he is not alone there. Pascuala is with him, and that makes it easier to survive there. He says that she will learn to survive in that place as well. On another day, he goes out to hunt wolves. He returns home in the evening to find his wife extremely ill. She continues to stay ill, and Martina takes care of her. She stays in the bed, and he takes care of her and does all the work by himself. He cooks and hunts as well. Her health got worse. The due date for pregnancy is approaching and her health is getting worse. On the day of the delivery, she gives birth to the baby while suffering a lot. But, Unfortunately, both the baby and the mother died during the process. Martina is furious and thrashes the crib he made for the child. His sorrow turns into anger and frustration. He goes to dig graves for both the child and the mother, but he is still not able to control his emotions. He is devastated and breaks the nearby graves. He ties Pascuala's body with a white cloth and takes it to the town. He takes the dead body to Pascuala's father, Marcial. Martina blames Marcial for everything that happened. He says that Marcial already knew that she was pregnant and that she was sick. That is the reason why he sent her with Martina in the first place. Marcial accepts his mistake. He says that Martina is correct. He says that society and the townspeople would look down on them if they knew a widow was pregnant. He expected things would be alright. But they did not, and everything is a mess now. Martina is furious. He says that it is Marcial's fault. He did not care for his daughter and that he was greedy for money. Martina gives Marcial a warning. He tells them that he will come back in the next season to take the money he gave Pascuala back. Marcial is scared and does not know what to do. Martina goes back to the mountain and continues to do his work. He returns in the next season. Marcius is scared as he does not have the money he was supposed to give to Martina. He tries to close the door, but Martino gets in. He demands the money, but Marcus says that he does not have the money. Instead of offering him his second daughter, he says that he can marry the second daughter and take her with him. Her name is Adella. Martina checks if she is healthy or if she is ill like her sister. He agrees to accept her. People in areas where the climate is extreme and isolated are ready to do anything to get some company and beat their loneliness. Martina accepts her marriage proposal. On the next day, Martina and Adele get married in a church. They are preparing to go to Martinio's house in the mountains. Marcius tells his daughter Adele that she is Martinio's lady now. She should learn to adjust there and that she should not run away from there. If she tries to flee, Martina will return and kill Marcus again. He gives her a few leaves. Their leaves are poisonous. He advised her to commit suicide if she ever felt she couldn't live there any longer. She takes the leaves and they start their journey. The route is bumpy, and she is finding it difficult to go faster. Martina helps her, takes care of her, and even carries her luggage with him. They finally reach the house after some struggle. He tries to get intimate with her, but she does not really like him or like being there. She reluctantly accepts his efforts to be intimate with her. He plans on going to the town for some work. They talked over dinner. She asks him to tell her parents that she is good. He tells her to take care of herself and be safe at night as snakes might be there. She is scared and cannot sleep at night. In the morning, she sees the grave of her sister's baby. She did not even know that her sister had a baby. She is upset and thinks that Martino did this to her sister. She does not feel safe and does not want to stay there. Martina returns home to Adele. He says that he met her parents and that her mother gave her a present. She opens it. It is the same herb that her father gave her earlier. It is poisonous. She does not talk to him and ignores him. She finally picks up the courage to ask him about the small grave that she saw earlier. He says that they are just holes and they do not mean anything. She gets angry and tries to walk out. Martina tries to explain to her that his father sold her to him even when he knew she was ill and pregnant. He did not know this and there is nothing he could have done to prevent this. Adella does not believe this. She blames Martina for everything that happened. One day, she notices that her stomach is bulging. She realizes that she is pregnant. She tries to hide it from Martina as she does not trust him, but he finds out about it. He is happy that the family is growing, but Adella is not so happy. She is sure that Martina killed her sister. She refuses to see the truth. She is scared of him and wants to escape. As she is pregnant, Matrinon does not let her do any work. He helps and supports her all the time. That is his way of showing her affection, but she continues to misunderstand him. He assists her all the time. One day, when he goes out for his hunt in the morning, she takes out the herbs her mother sent. She mixes them with the tea powder. Martina drinks tea after his meal and keeps his body warm. As she adds a small amount of the poison into his tea, he starts feeling different. His stamina and strength have decreased, and he is not able to work properly. She continues to give him small doses of the poison every day. He was so tired after his hunt. He does not go near Adella. One day, Matrinon leaves for his hunt. He considered this the right opportunity to run away. She starts running into the woods. But unfortunately, she gets stuck in an animal trap that Martina set up for his hunt. She struggles for a while and falls unconscious as she is not able to remove the trap from her leg. She is injured. Martina comes home and does not find her. He searches everywhere for her. He finally finds her. She is still breathing, but she does not seem to be in good condition. He brings her home and takes care of her. She gets a little better. But a miscarriage occurs due to the previous incident. Martina is sad because of the miscarriage. He is also sad as he understands that Adella does not want to stay with him. After her health gets better, he talks to Adella. He tells her that the harsh winter months are coming. If she wants to leave, this is the right time for her. It will become difficult for her to go later on. Adella cries, but she is happy that she is finally free and can go where she wants. The next morning, Martina wakes up to find Adella gone. He is sad, but he does not want to keep her there if she does not like it. He makes some tea for himself and he notices something weird. He understands that this is a problem. His health keeps getting worse. He lets his sheep and goats leave, as no one would be there to take care of them if he died. The poison starts kicking in and he gets uncomfortable and dizzy. He finally dies. He dies all alone in his cabin. That's all for today's video, and thanks for watching it. If you like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, let me know in the comments below which movie you want me to cover in the next video. Until next time, take care and stay tuned.